here. This is the Agrisem Disco Mulch Pack by Nico DO55 on Farming Simulator 22. It's for all platforms, PC, Mac, and console. I'm on PS5 here on the Georgia Farms map for this test and demonstration of this disc harrow. That's what it is. And this is one disc harrow with many options. And I really like how the modder did this, and we'll take a look at it a little closer. Well, in great detail. Actually, 14.01 megabytes to download, 11 slots on console, and it's just one item. As you can see here, the reason I know that, let's just go down here, and if you look here, yes, there is only just one mod with many different configurations. 16,320. It says 200 horsepower. Well, that varies 3 to 6 meters, of course. We'll show you why that is. 11 miles per hour working speed, as most disc harrows, or discers as we call them here, operate at. So the Disco Mulch 300 mounted, so that's a 3-point hitch. 120 horsepower required. It's a 3-meter width, 11 miles per hour. So that's configuration number 1. Bump that up, and we bump up the width to 4 meters and the horsepower to 140 horsepower recommended. Hit that button once more time. 170 horsepower, 6-meter working width. These are all 3-point link type connections. Then we get into the 400 trailed, 4-meter trailed version with a pin hitch. So that's a little bit different than the usual 2-point hitch, or obviously different than the 3-point hitch. And then finally the Disco Mulch 600 trailed, 200 horsepower recommended, 6-meter working width, 11 miles per hour. And that is how I like to see them. They're all in one. A lot of times you see these and there's 6 separate mods. Well, let's see, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 different mods, and they're all in the one mod pack. It's like, it's a mod pack, but it's in one mod. I like it. I really do like it. It's not filling up your... Right, it's configurable to all these 5 different configurations, one mod. I think I like... That's how you do it, in my opinion. That's the way you do it. Okay, so the first one I have mated to a Massey Ferguson of like horsepower. If it's either the same or a little bit more horsepower than what's recommended for each of these, and they all pretty much perform as you can see here. There's not much to it. Let's get our help window on. It's lift or lower. And that's it. It's quite a simple. It doesn't, unfortunately, or however you want to look at it, or there's no mulching to it. It does not mulch. How do I know? Well, if we come up here, see, these are all stubble silage. So if we turn, if we go here, if it's mulched, it should be purple. As you can see here, there's mulched areas there. It's purple. So nothing is mulching. It is only stubble tillage. So if you're looking for a mulcher tiller unit, this is not it. However, I still do like this pack just because it has condensed 5 pieces of equipment into one mod, and they all work just fine. So here's the 4-meter. This one unfolds, but there's no lights or anything. That is it. It is a touch heavy on the back of this, but it's still usable. It is not overly tippy, and as you can see here, works just fine. Lift it up, fold it for transportation. The folding animation is very nice, very detailed. Quickly moving on to the next one, that's the biggest one, and I bumped it up to 175 horsepower medium John Deere tractor. And it It is a tad heavy on the back of this too, but as you can see, it's just makes the front end just a touch light, but once you unfold it, and again, a very nice unfolding mechanism or animation, hook it up and we go ahead. It's yeah, it does fine. Sometimes it kind of searches for gears a little bit, just because it's really right at the top of its horsepower. But yeah, it does fine. And it's interesting, well, as we see, we have a couple of trailed versions, which we will just show you briefly. Yes, the workers did have no problems with these. Turned around, each one of them turned around just very nicely. No issues whatsoever. So they all just hook up like so, just like normal. Nothing fancy, nothing you need to know. Unless you have, well, if you're on PC and you have manual attached and all that kind of thing, well, I don't. So this is base game pretty much as far as attaching stuff goes. L1 and X unfolds it, but it's still in, let's say, transport mode. Now again, there's nothing really fancy about it. You just lower it down, and there it goes. If you hire a worker. Now this one's not that hard to pull. As you can see here, it seems to do fairly well. And as you lift it, the wheels go down, and it's actually, if you're looking for something with, you know, that you don't need a front weight for, these are probably the option that you might be looking for. Now, finally, the biggest one, I have a 205 horsepower, 210 horsepower Massey Ferguson. This is required or recommends 200 horsepower. So again, just like the other one we just showed, but it's quite wide, obviously. But this one seems to be just a little touch bit difficult, or more difficult to pull. It doesn't quite hit that 11 miles per hour. It does and it doesn't. It kind of bounces. So I'd probably go with 120 to 150 horsepower if you really want it to do well, especially if you have some, you know, ups and downs in your field. Going up, it would not, it would struggle a little bit going up. But anyways, really the best, well, it's, they all work just fine. They're disc harrows, and it's a nice set. And what I really like about it is it's really all in one mod, just different configurations. I wish more modders would do this kind of thing, or at least take, yeah, I wish more modders would do it like that. Just, that's how I feel. And anyways, that's the Agrisem Disco Mulch Pack by Nico DO55 on Farming Simulator 22. Thank you all for watching, and remember, it's only a game, so till the next one, bye for now.